waiting. When you're just so tired of trying, all alone you feel like hiding. Together we'll keep fighting. There's no stopping us. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Don't stop now. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna mountains too high we can climb it. Feelings will take in the moment. There's no stopping us. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Can you see the sun is shining like a new hope? Feel it rising, coming over the horizon. There's no stopping us. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Don't stop now. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna mountains too high we can climb it. Feelings will take in the moment. There's no stopping us. Hold on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Don't you give up, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now. Don't you give up, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now. Don't you give up, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now. Don't you give up, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up, don't you give up now. There's no stopping.
Good evening. Well, it's actually not evening. It's Sunday, about a little after 1:30, and I'm doing my recording now because I'm gonna have my Sunday dinner, and then I just want to relax. And I'm sorry I delayed the show. My wife and I went to the Episcopalian revival at Hampton University, and Bishop Curry was speaking there, and it was a wonderful celebration. And so, it actually it ended in time for me to come back in time to do my show, but it took about a half hour to 45 minutes just to get out of Hampton University. So when I came home, I just didn't want to rush, so I put out a notice that we'll do it tonight, and I'm pre-recording it, and so you could watch it at 7 p.m. on Sunday, okay? And who knows, maybe I'll just change it to 7 p.m. on Sunday. Maybe it's a better time. We'll see. Anyway, I'm Chris Gajulo. I'm an associate broker and licensed referral specialist for Realty Connect. And this is my weekly video podcast of Real Estate with Mr. G. And I didn't do a program for about 2 weeks. One was right on the eve of Easter, and then last weekend I just took a little time off, and to celebrate. What the Holy Week was busy when you're involved with your church, and then Easter week after that. So just took a little time off, just to lay back and take in everything. And what's good that people are using my service. I got a call from someone in the Midwest who had a property in another state to sell, and they needed help, and we attended that need. So what I'm doing now, again, I'm doing marketing for Realty Connect LLC, and I could find you a home or list a home, not personally in Hampton Roads, but I could also do it in 50 states. But I'm not actually doing it. We could meet, we could talk, We can message each other, and I'll let you know what's going on within the real estate industry. But the person who actually will take your, your situation and either find your home or list your home will be another agent through Realty Connect LLC, or I could add one of the agents I've worked with within the Hampton Roads area. So there are different ways to go about it, but I'm not going out physically showing homes or listing homes. Okay, I'm doing a different approach right now. To be honest with you, I'm kind of like semi-retired, but I still enjoy doing this. I still want to be part of it, but in a different avenue. Let's put it that way. Okay, so let me show you my little video that kind of puts it in a nutshell. I kind of like that. I say that almost every time I put it together. I love the music, and I own the rights to the music too. Okay, so but again, throughout the United States, our great country, I'm able to help you find or list a home. Okay, all right. So we're going to bring in John from Newport News, and he's going to ask the question that we will discuss today. John, are you there?
Hi, Chris. Thanks for taking my question. I'm in contract with a house right now, and my mortgage loan officer wants to order an appraisal. But I have been advised by my agent that a home inspection, though not mandatory, should be ordered as well. This inspection will cost me about $375. Is it really necessary? Please advise, and I truly enjoy your video podcast.
Okay. Well, thank you, John, very much for saying that. And that will be our topic today, appraisals and home inspection. What's the difference? A lot of people know if I'm going to use a mortgage to buy a home and not cash, I definitely have to get an appraisal, okay? But what's this home inspection? Why do I have to do that for? And even people who buy homes with cash may do an appraisal. In my experience, when people are buying with cash, they're usually buying a distressed property, and they know it's below the current value of the house if it was up to par. So they know they're getting a good deal. But if they're buying a house that's move-in ready and they're paying cash, but they want to make sure that the owner did not overprice their property, that they could do an appraisal. But the appraisal is definitely needed for the bank, all right? So let's get our nice little PDF for today up here. And I'm going to make myself that nice little small little circle, okay? All right. So if you're planning to buy a home, an inspection is an important step in the process. It assesses the condition of the home before you finalize the transaction. It is also a different step in the process from an appraisal, which is a professional evaluation of the market value of the home you like to buy. In most cases, an appraisal is ordered by the lender to confirm or verify the value of the home prior to lending a buyer money for the purchase. Here's a breakdown of each and why they are both important when buying a home. So the appraisal, no matter what, if you're buying a home, you must get. Okay, you can't really avoid doing it because the bank needs to know that if you're buying a home for $200,000, that home is indeed worth $200,000. They're not going to give you a loan of $200,000 if the house is only worth $180,000. So basically, you're going to find out the true value of that home. Now, we're going to begin talking about home inspections and where it's really finding out what the condition of the house is. All right. So, in other words, in short, and let's move this up a bit here. In short, while an appraisal helps you understand your home's value, inspection helps you understand a home's condition. Okay? The home inspection is a way to determine the current state, safety, and condition of the home before you finalize the sale. If anything is questionable in the inspection process, like the age of the roof, the state of the HVAC system, or just about anything else, you as a buyer have the option to discuss and negotiate any potential issues or repairs with the seller before the transaction is final. Your real estate agent is a key expert to help you help you through this part of the process. All right. Now, the appraisal or the appraiser, when they go out there, if they see something that's hitting them right in the face, that, for instance, you have a staircase going up to the porch, and it's more, let's say, more than 3 or 4 steps, and then depending on the area and if the house has been grandfathered in or whatever, those steps going up may need, if it's a certain height, a guardrail. Okay, so it's not like there's something wrong with the house as for the workings of it, but this is needed for your safety because the bank was to make sure that you, the buyer, right, and owning the house, that in those 25, 30 years of you paying a mortgage, that you're going to have an accident where you can't pay it anymore, right? You fall, you break your leg, your hip, and you can't go to work, and now you have difficulties paying the mortgage. So they're looking for things that are definitely that would somehow affect your health, okay? They will also, a house does not have to have air conditioning, but it has to have heat, okay? So there are things that the home appraiser will keep an eye out for, but they're not going to look at everything tooth and comb, all right, up close, all right? They're going to see, like, if there's guardrails that are needed, or there's broken glass, there are broken windows, and depending on what type of loan product you're getting, if you're getting an FHA mortgage, a Fannie Mae, or a VA loan, they have different criteria that they will look at when they appraise the house. So it's not just the value. If there's something sticking out that they're seeing that might be a hindrance to you, your family, they will point it out, and that actually has to be repaired or added if it's a handrail before closing. All right, they will not release the money from the loan until that, let's call it a defect, is corrected. So we're going to talk about the home inspection and its safety, and we did already. All right, so the home inspector is really going now. when the home inspector goes in there, they're checking all the outlets to make sure they're wired correctly. They're making sure that your washer works, if there's a washer there, that the refrigerator works, that the oven works. They will look at the roof and determine the age of the roof. Um, if it's in its midlife, if it's coming towards the end of its life, it needs to be replaced soon before it starts to leak. They will look at your HVAC system to see how old that is, okay? And maybe the heat pump needs to be changed in the near future. So these are all good things. And if these items are at the end of their life expectancy, you have the ability to negotiate with your seller and saying, hey, that HVAC system is going soon and I need to, that's going to be an expense for me. Can we work this out? Will you give some money back for me to purchase it or lower the price? And you negotiate and you work it out. The roof might be on its last legs, and you're saying, they most likely the seller is not going to all of a sudden put on a new roof or new HVAC system, but there are other ways to go about it with giving you concession for it, some money at closing to put on the new roof, to bring in a new heat pump. They may say, all right, I'll pay for a year for a home warranty in case the HVAC system goes down. You could use the home warranty to get it repaired. And there's different ways to go about it. Now, when we were having that crazy buying phase during the pandemic where there was people who weren't even doing the home inspection and just saying, I'll deal with any issues with the house. I'll take care of it. See, the bank doesn't need a home inspection. This is for your benefit. They need the home appraisal. But if you don't do the home inspection, it doesn't mean that your house is not going to close. It will close as long as you did the appraisal. But the home inspection is for your own benefit. And then there were some people who did a home inspection, and if there were things that had to be fixed that wasn't part of the appraisal process, where the appraiser said that handrail has to be put in, they said, all right, I'll take care of it. During the pandemic, I didn't go anywhere. I didn't go on vacation. So I got a lot of cash in the bank, and I'll fix it. As long as I know that the house is not going to fall down in a month after I buy it. And they did the home inspection for informational purposes. But we're moving more away from that. There's some people still doing it because the lack of inventory we have right now. But more people now are saying, could you at least repair this, fix this? It'd be nice if you, could steam clean the carpets. It'd be nice for me to come in a nice fresh house with clean carpets. So that is being worked out. And then here the article talks more about the home appraisal. The home purchase is typically the largest investment someone will make. Protect yourself by getting your investments appraised. Now, again, here they're using the term investment because if you're using cash to buy a house and you're not buying a distressed property that will be below market value, you want to make sure that you're paying a price that goes for that would be the market value for that home in that neighborhood, right? So that your house that's you want to buy, that's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 baths, about 1,500 square feet. I'm not paying a lot more than any other 3-bedroom, 2.5 baths, within a 1 mile radius. That's 1,500 square feet. Regardless of what you are willing to pay for a house, if you'll be using a mortgage to fund your purchase, the appraisal will help make sure the bank doesn't loan you more than what the home is worth, especially in today's critical seller's market where low inventory is driving an increase in bidding wars, which can push home prices upward. When sellers are in a strong position like this, they tend to believe they can set whatever price they want for the house under the assumption that competing buyers will be willing to pay more. However, the lender will only allow the buyer to borrow based upon the value of the home. This is what helps keeps home prices in check. If there's ever any confusion or discrepancy between the appraisal and the sales price, your trusted real estate professional will help you navigate any additional negotiations in that buying process. Okay? So, for instance, if the house is $200,000, there's a bidding war, and the seller is going with highest and best, and one comes in at $210,000. The bank is still only going to give you $200,000 if that's what you went for the loan. Okay. If the house is appraised at $200,000 and the sales price after the bidding war is $210,000, they are only giving you $200,000. You, the buyer, have to make up that difference of $10,000. And a lot of people have done that. So if you're willing to do that and you have the money and you think it's a great value, then by all means, you continue the purchase contract, the steps that are involved with that, and then you have your home. But you got to make up that difference. The bank is not going to say, okay, the sales price is $210,000. I'm going to lend you $210,000. It's not going to happen. So bottom line, the inspection and the appraisal are critical steps when buying a home, and you don't need to manage them by yourself. Let's connect today with Chris Godgillo so you have the expert and guidance that you need to navigate the entire home buying process, okay? And what I did, I made a nice little video that sort of puts a summary on it. And let me make sure I have it here. My outro countdown. 4 steps. Okay, here it is. I got it. Okay. I hope you like that. Okay. So before we go, remember my let's see. Okay. I have the new spring buyer and seller guides for you to go to my blog and download. Things to consider when buying a home, the spring 2023 edition. It's right below there. You see the real estate with Mr. G.blog / resource-materials. We have that, and we have things to consider when selling your house. Okay, my nice little blog. That's all that stuff is there for you to download. Okay, it's a nice thing to do. All right. Okay, now I hear from my producer William Burgess that we have in the audience. It's a man and an animal. They stop by in the audience.
Chris, great news. We have two famous people, well, at least one is a person in the audience. I seem to be the only young person who remembers this brilliant act. They appeared on TV a fair bit, such as The Ed Sullivan Show. He would instruct the dog to do various tricks, but the dog totally ignored him. His catchphrase was "He hears me." Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Williams and Louie.
Oh, that was very nice that they stopped by. Thank you, Bob Williams and Louie. Okay, so that's our show for this weekend. And I'll see you next week. I'll see how many people end up viewing Sunday night. If the viewing goes well, if numbers increase, I may maybe just do it Sunday night. Just chilling out. It's Saturday evening. You might be out. You might be going to the movies. So I might keep it Sunday night. But I'm kind of happy we did this under 30 minutes. I always wanted to keep it under 30 minutes, so to keep your attention, and I hope I did that. So see you next week, and we're getting into spring. People going outside. Be safe, and always remember, the greatest power we have is to love, and the greatest gift, each other. And I'll see you